Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2023 movie titled King of Killers. Please be advised that there might be spoilers ahead. The film opens with Marcus Guerin, a top hitman for an unnamed organization, on his way to a hit ordered by his best friend and mentor, Robert Zane. He walks into a nearby bar and sees his target, a Chinese mobster, go to the bathroom with his two guards. Guerin approaches over calmly and quickly kills the first two guards with skilled movements before shooting his target. He returns to his safe house and removes his artificial mustache. He sends his kill confirmation to his bosses and is about to return home when he receives a call from Zane. Zane congratulates him on his kill and suggests another strike for tomorrow. Despite Guerin's reservations owing to his anniversary and a planned dinner with his wife, Zane's perseverance persuades him to accept the contract. The next day, Guerin is at home with his wife, Amy, and their daughter, Kimberly, looking forward to their date that night. Guerin purportedly leaves for work, but he goes to his safe house to prepare for his mission. That night, Amy is getting ready for her date, while Guerin is preparing his disguise in his safe house. Amy then receives a text from Guerin's phone informing her of a change in plans for the date. Later, Guerin, disguised, is on location when he notices his target and two other guys entering a rear room. He goes to pursue them, unaware that Amy has arrived on location and recognized him in disguise. Guerin chases the men, while Amy follows him but goes in the opposite direction. In a back room, three European men unveil a highly advanced chip that they stole and intend to sell to the highest bidder. As Marcus approaches the room, Amy is having trouble finding him. Marcus enters the room and immediately takes action, dispatching each of the men with well-placed rounds. The last man fights, but Guerin beats him down and breaks his knee. A shirtless hobo in his underwear emerges with a shotgun blast, but Guerin kills him with a table leg. The final man attempts to shoot Guerin, but Guerin neatly kills him. He opens the door to go, but is startled to see Amy standing there, covered in gunshots. She collapses into his arms, and he cries angrily. A year later, Guerin awakens to another dream about Amy, still grieving over her loss. Amy's mother now lives with them and takes care of Kimberly when Guerin works. Before leaving one morning, Grandma advises Guerin to focus on Kimberly, as he has grown too distant since her daughter's death. Guerin, at his safe house, is convinced that something is wrong with Amy's death and is determined to discover what. A black envelope is then placed under his door, but when he looks down the corridor, he finds no one. The mail contains a flash drive with a video of a man named Roman Corza. Corza gives Guerin a $10 million contract to assassinate the world's finest hitman, along with a number to confirm his acceptance. Guerin ignores the video for a while and returns home, where he celebrates Kimberly's birthday alongside her grandmother. Kimberly wishes Guerin would be joyful, knowing he has been depressed for a while. The next day, Guerin is in his safe house, reviewing CCTV of a cloaked figure entering the corridor on the night of his wife's death. There comes a knock on his door, and Guerin gets his gun and opens it to reveal Corza, who enters calmly. Guerin shows alarm about his discovery, but Corza dismisses it and shifts his focus. He personally came to invite Guerin to accept the contract, knowing his abilities. Guerin flatly refuses, preferring to focus on uncovering his wife's death. Corza reminds Guerin of what $10 million could do for his family and introduces him to his target, Dracos, the greatest of all assassins. Guerin has heard of Dracos, who is virtually a myth in their circles, and is curious about Corza's employers and why they would want Dracos dead. Corza refuses to tell who his employer is, although he does leave his personal card before leaving. Guerin receives a call almost immediately and rushes to the hospital, where Kimberly's heart condition has resulted in her hospitalization. The doctor informs him that unless they replace her heart, it will fail soon. Kimberly wakes up and asks if she will be okay. Guerin assures her that she will. He makes up his mind right away and calls Corza. Guerin goes to visit Zane, who doubts if he is capable of defeating the elusive Dracos. But Guerin has already made up his mind, alerting Zane about Kimberly's condition and requesting that he dig up any information he can about Dracos. Korza receives Garen upon his arrival at a Tokyo hotel and takes him to the penthouse. There, he sees several well-known assassins all vying for a cut of the deal, and they immediately start comparing who has the biggest balls in the room, refusing to split any profits. Korza's employer presents the assassins on television, refusing to divulge his name yet acknowledging and honoring all of the assassins there. He continues reading their profiles: Garen, a former wetman for U.S. intelligence; Angus, a freelance assassin; Asha, a former MI6 agent; Cord, a Marine recon commander; Rick Nigel, a freelancer; Ren, a former Yakuza hitman; and Zachary, a former military sniper. The employer then explains that their contract is actually a competition to pit their abilities against Draco's. Zachary instantly changes his mind. He refuses to play games with them and attempts to get others to accompany him, but no one does. As he prepares to leave, a huge explosion shatters his skull. The boss then confesses to the room that he is Draco's, and that he organized this tournament to eliminate the other elite assassins and crown the best. He gives them 24 hours to rest and prepare to murder him, or he pledges to kill everyone. Asha assigns Garen a room, and he immediately begins looking for bugs. They recollect wonderful memories of attempting to kill each other and emphasize that they are both pursuing the prize, implying that one will die soon. Draco's appears on a large screen as the assassins assemble for tea. He wishes them a successful competition, but none of the assassins drinks their tea. Garen receives a call from Kimberly and goes outside to converse and reassure her that he will be home shortly. Asha then approaches him, seeming to be planning a strategy, but then strikes Garen. She believes that the fewer of them there are, the better her chances. The two began exchanging quick strikes and avoiding blows, with Garen attempting to talk her out of it. Asha is quick, but Garen is far more talented, and he takes her down with a throat slam but does not kill her. That night, while the assassins prepare for their combat, Garen has dreams regarding Amy and Kimberly's health. Korza returns to receive the assassins in the penthouse early the following morning. He presents them a plethora of weaponry, which they all choose from. The assassins then draw numbered coins from a bag, with Garen selecting number 1, but Angus switches places with him, which Garen permits. Angus prepares his shotgun. Draco's, on the other hand, dons a mean-looking mask in preparation for the hunt. The other murderers avidly watch a live feed of the tournament, while Angus scans the floor for Draco's, who begins to move around like a ghost. Draco's appears before Angus, but it's simply a projection. Draco's emerges behind him, effortlessly knocking him down with a powerful kick before shooting him in the arm. Rapid gunfire breaks out between the two, but Angus is struck and retreats for cover. Draco's then uses sonic disruptors, but Angus hits him twice with his shotgun. Draco's vanishes, and Angus, startled, begins firing erratically until Draco's sever his arm and brutally kills him. The other assassins realize that the entire game is rigged, and they have little chance of winning. Garen wants the other assassins to join together to kill Draco's and then split the prize, which they agree to, but Nigel refuses, insisting on keeping all of the money. Garen summons the next contestant and confronts Draco's on screen about the rigged competition. He offers that they all fight together, but Draco's initially resists. Garen wins via sportsmanship and the use of traps, and Draco's agrees on the condition that only 4 people can battle him, with the 5th dying. Nigel fights Garen, but they quickly discover that Cord has fled the room. Cord is on the elevator with his pistol, heading to the floor to track down Draco's. He cautiously scans the room, attempting to lure Draco's out of his hiding place, until he notices Draco's on a screen. Cord hesitates, as the actual Draco's attacks him with a sword. Cord recovers and proceeds to mercilessly fling Draco's around, ignoring the fact that he has been ripped up. He tries to clutch Draco's neck and chokes him out, but Draco's pulls out another knife and attacks. Draco's accelerates to full speed and begins slicing at Cord, who survives and fights on. He successfully forces Draco's back, but owing to massive blood loss, Draco's kills him immediately. He then decides to take on the following 4 at once. All of the assassins brace themselves and prepare their weapons, ready to kill or be killed. They take the elevator down, intending to fight together, but immediately a grenade lands at their feet and explodes. The grenade tosses Asha back into the elevator, causing the others to disperse and follow alternative routes. Despite making their way back to each other, Garen and Rin unwittingly set off a trap that separates them. Draco suddenly attacks Asha, who is holding a blade and moving cautiously. Garen enters a room and notices Kor's female helper, who is wearing face paint and has blades at her side. She instantly attacks him, just as Asha tries to break free from Draco's grip. Garen, wielding a blade, masterfully evades and blocks the quick assaults that come his way, gradually becoming accustomed to the woman's rhythm before recognizing an opportunity and slicing her neck, killing her. Asha is actually doing well against Draco's, who recognizes her strength and expertise but ends up toying with her, beating her back and stabbing her in the stomach with her own blade before kicking her to death. Garen, who had come looking for her, finds her collapsed on the stairs and searches for Draco's. Rin, who is alone, hears Draco's speak to him over speakers, which leads him to a room where he is prepared with a blade. Rin admits that Draco's killed his father, and he took the promise to exact his revenge. The two fight, but Rin is the better swordsman and defeats Draco's. Draco's grabs his guns, but Rin thrusts his blade into Draco's shoulder. With no weapons, they begin throwing strong punches and kicks that appear to be of comparable competence. Rin holds his own and manages to throw Draco's, but as he prepares to finish him off, Draco's cuts off both of his legs. Rin looks in disbelief, bleeding profusely, till Draco's takes him down. Garen is looking for Rin but doesn't hear him. Nigel sees an opportunity and assaults him. Nigel throws Garen around and lands a few punches, but Garen recovers quickly and fights back. Nigel pulls out a wooden club and swings it furiously, but Garen knocks him down with a strong kick. He turns to walk away, but Nigel recovers and grabs Garen, attempting to impale him with a metal stick. Garen nearly loses the fight, but remembering Kimberly, he breaks Nigel's leg and kicks him into a large fan, killing him. Garen continues his search for Rin until he finds Draco's sitting in the middle of the room. Draco's is familiar with Garen, having lost several contracts to him. Draco's knew Garen would be the one to see it through, but Garen is certain he will be the one to murder Draco's. The two stare each other down until Draco's takes out a shotgun and starts unloading on Garen, who begins to parkour across the room to avoid bullets. Garen gets two pistols and hits Draco's, but when they run out of bullets, they stand facing each other. Draco's initiates a trap, revealing a hidden gun, but Garen knocks him down with a powerful kick before he can fire the trigger. Garen grabs the gun to shoot him, but Draco's switches out the lights and disappears. Draco's teases him in the shadows about his wife and child, prompting Garen to lose focus and Draco's to knife him. The two fight, and with their last strength, they exchange devastating strikes, with Garen holding his own and knocking Draco's back. Draco's tries to grab a piece of broken glass, slicing Garen's arm and stabbing him, but Garen keeps Draco's close and is ready to impale him with the glass when Korza enters with a gun to his head. He orders Garen to depart, and hands him a card to the $10 million account. Draco's then unexpectedly requests Garen for his assistance. He says that a group of powerful international assassins is preparing to begin their plan for a new world order, and he organized a competition to find a strong partner to face them. Garen listens, but he needs to see his daughter, so he leaves, promising to keep in touch. 6 months later, Kimberly has a new heart and is doing well. Garen sees a surveillance footage of Amy's murder while they are eating together, revealing that Zane shot and murdered her. He sends Kimberly to grab a replenishment after detecting Draco's close. Draco's arrives and reveals that he was able to locate the footage. He also discovered that Zane cloned Garen's phone and lured her to the bar, where she died. Zane has joined a group of assassins known as the Scimitar, and Draco's is ready to take them down, which Garen supports. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.